is a rubber match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Jonesboro, Arkansas, Tony Gunn.
In the last couple of weeks, we've seen these guys go at it. Tony Gunn won one match. Bud Dwight won one match. Now we're going to settle it right here tonight. At least I hope we do.
And his opponent, the party starter, Bud Dwight.
I think we need to search Bud Dwight's fanny pack and make sure he doesn't have any illegal objects in there.
Come on now. Be nice.
He could have anything in there.
He's got instructions on how to win matches, maybe.
Well, I don't know. He's only won 1 out of 2 against this guy right here, Tony Gunn.
Well, maybe Tony Gunn's been inside that fanny pack. Who knows? Both these men.
Yeah, I'm sure there's illegal stuff in there, Bud Dwight.
Bud Dwight giving a little wink, telling Torrey Payne not to go into the deep.
He told me not to pay attention to what's inside his fanny pack. I might sneak over there and grab it.
So Tony Gunn and Bud Dwight with very similar histories. Tony Gunn, a few years senior of Bud Dwight. Both these two athletes have had torn rotator cuff, torn labriums, not those other things, as we had a clean handshake, quick duck under, go behind, and a standing switch by Bud Dwight. Clean wrestling.
Uh-oh, there's a roll-up.
Tony Gunn with a quick small package. And see, this is where you don't need to resort to breaking rules. We know how much you love seeing that. We know how much you love seeing good down-home cheating, Shannon.
What do you mean cheating? Rules are meant to be broken. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You want to break out any more cliches for you? It's all true. It doesn't really matter, though. All that matters is how you win here in OVW. How you win, they don't put that in the record books. All they put is a W or an L.
And here might come a quick win. Tony Gunn with the 1 count. And quickly hooks in the front face lock. Legal front face lock. Referee David Allen Crow is right there to make sure that forearm isn't slipped over, blocking the esophagus.
Look at this.
Standing back, dropping.
Oh, he was trying to party a little prematurely there, and he almost got beat.
And that could have been a mistake, and Tony Gunn is right there to shake things up and tell Bud Dwight, this is serious business.
I know it's Saturday night and all, but let's not get the party started too early.
And Tony Gunn looks like he just might be, I dare say, a tad bit more focused.
Listen to these idiots out here in the crowd. They're ready to party.
And that's one thing when you're watching OVW on TV or on home video. It's exciting, but it does not do justice to how loud, how deafening it gets into the Davis Arena. You gotta be here live. You gotta see OVW live to truly feel, to hear. And indeed, it looks like Tony Gunn might be favoring that left arm, that shoulder.
And what does he do? He goes right to work on Bud Dwight's left arm. Give him a little bit of a taste of his own medicine.
And look at this, Tony Gunn showing Bud Dwight.
I think Tony Gunn can party too.
Bringing the party to Bud Dwight, but still, sportsmanship right there. We know that Bud Dwight, who a lot of people are comparing him to a young Barry Windham, who used to wear fanny packs as well in airports.
I'll tell you something, that's one thing you'll never see me wearing is a fanny pack.
I'm going to have to research old pictures of Shannon the Dude.
You will not find one with me in a fanny pack.
Not even on your old MySpace pages?
No.
As back in the side, a headlock. Tony Gunn whipped off in a shoulder block by Bud Dwight. Tony Gunn drops down, leapfrog, and catches Bud Dwight.
And look at that. These guys know each other so well from the matches the past couple of weeks. They're one step ahead of each other every time, Ron.
That's what's making these matches get better and more exciting and more captivating. Dwight now catching Gunn with that shoulder block. Gunn drops down again. Tries for a leapfrog and gets caught by Bud Dwight and powered over with a belly-to-belly suplex.
That's just pure power right there. Look at this. He almost got him.
Almost had a 3 count right there. And this is something I'm always enjoying. I love seeing a good scientific wrestling match. What a gimmick, a wrestling match. We're going to have a no-holds-barred, lethal lockdown steel cage match with weapons later on. But right here, a professional wrestling, not sports entertainment. It's an entertaining sport. Bud Dwight up and over from behind. Tony Gunn split. Springboard crossbody. Double leg takedown, and it looks like Tony Gunn going for his Texas Cloverleaf. He calls it, you'll tap out the YTO, the Texas Cloverleaf.
And Bud Dwight smart to get right to the ropes. He knew exactly where Tony Gunn was trying to, where he was trying to go, what he was trying to do, and wisely got right to the ropes.
That's where it might be a 1 count. That's where it might be a disadvantage for friends, possibly to be confiding in each other.
You know, you mentioned the cage match. What about the TV title match and the #1 contender match happening later on tonight?
Battle of the Bulls later on with Rocco Bellagio and Big John. There's going to be so much beef and girth in the ring. Not sure the ring will be able to contain the power as a back suplex by Bud Dwight.
Tag titles on the line too later tonight.
Tag buddies will be defending against Tyler Matrix and Rump Thump. As this time Tony Gunn slips down from behind and rams Bud Dwight, who backdrops. Gunn, who lands on the apron. Shoulder block onto Bud Dwight, and up at the top goes Tony Gunn.
He landed it,
but rolled through. Bud Dwight, almost a 3 count.
He rolled him over.
What an exciting match we have here. Double leg takedown, possibly again going for the YTO. Dwight now kicking Tony Gunn off. Clothesline, 2 clotheslines on Tony Gunn. Last thing Bud Dwight wants to do is to be caught in a YTO and measuring possibly for that hangover.
Uh-oh.
No. Gunn lands on his feet. And again.
He's going for it.
Going for the YTO. You'll tap out. And will Bud Dwight tap out?
Can he get it locked in? He got it.
Tony Gunn has it cinched in deep. The pressure on the knees and the back. Not to mention the ankles. So painful. Bud Dwight, though, not tapping out. Catching the bottom ropes. And what an exciting battle we have here.
These two are just going back and forth, seemingly knowing each other's moves. One step ahead of each other. Like I said earlier, these two guys have had quite a couple of battles the last few weeks.
The first time when Bud Dwight got a pinfall, Tony Gunn looked like he was a bit unhappy, but they still shook hands. Embraced in jawbreaker by Bud Dwight from a defensive position, catching offense on Tony Gunn. This time, short arm into a back elbow on Bud Dwight. On the apron, Tony Gunn gets caught by a shoulder. It's been back and forth. Neither one of these men have had an advantage for any extended period.
Bud Dwight's taking this party up to a different level. He's going up high.
Into the stratosphere. Tony Gunn rolled out of the way. And again, double leg.
He's got to lock it in, though.
Trying to lock in the YTO, and Dwight in the ropes.
Well, every time he tries to lock that in, you see that great in-ring awareness by the party starter.
Bud Dwight, about 6'6", give or take, can reach the ropes from almost anywhere in the ring. And was there an eye rake right there?
I think it was. Oh,
a slap.
I don't know if that was an eye rake, but I know out there was a slap. He slapped the taste out of his mouth.
Tony Gunn looks like he surprised with that slap, and Bud Dwight.
I like the turn this match is taking right now.
Tony Gunn with the fire lit underneath him, but going into a legal headlock and a shoulder block, sending Gunn to the floor. Emotions are stirring here. as Dwight slides out. Tony Gunn staying one step ahead. Dwight catching Gunn with that Harley Race style knee. Lateral press. And not a 3 count, near fall. The emotions are getting stirred up in this match. Both these men might be putting their friendships aside in order to get this all-important rubber match victory. Gunn ducks underneath. German suplex and holds on. Tony Gunn maintains that waist lock.
There's another one.
2 Germans.
He's not even going for the cover. He's trying to inflict some pain on
Going for a hat trick with a bridge. And no. Amazing. Bud Dwight still able to get his shoulder up. But look at the look. His eyes are almost rolling in the back of his head.
I'm not sure if he knows what party he's at right now.
But even instinctively, like so many greats have done, they know to get his shoulder up. And Tony Gunn meets the turnbuckle. Hangover, hangover. Starts with a party and ends with a hangover. Your winner, the party starter, Bud Dwight.
Now you can get the party started.
Crack open a brewski or unsweetened fruit juice with all these children. What a battle, what a match, but coming up with a victory in the rubber match, Bud Dwight.